Hi, thanks for joining me. Today I'm doing an anime that I watched video. Starting off with Urusei Yatsura here. Still plugging away at this one. This one is volume 39. Let's see here. So it says, takes brotherly love to a whole other level. A normal day turns bizarre when Ataru drinks Lum's eye drops and begins to have dreams that affect the entire town. See the next one, Ron cooks up some love mushroom soup for Rei, only to see it slurped down by a hungry cat in Ron in Peril, Kotatsuneko's first love, Odin. An arranged date between Asuka and Mendo becomes a battlefield when Ataru shows up unannounced in The Armored Girl is Back Again, Dates of Thunder. And a strange monk with an even stranger proposal shows up in Sakura's office in Monk of Mystery, Bell-Bashing Battle Royale. So, these episodes were... honestly, this disc felt a little bit like a redo of the past few discs. It almost seems like there's a pattern going where it's like, okay, one really weird episode, one episode with Ron, one episode with the Armored Girl, because this is like the third or fourth time she's shown up, which is fine, because she's funny. And then the last one was, well, the last one had Sakura in it, which she seems to be, a character that an episode or two tends to center around pretty frequently. So this one was weird. I'm like, wow, are we running into, this real pattern here? I watched this one, volume 40. Let's see, 10 finds a love locket from Lum's past that stirs up fond memories. In First Love Again, will Lum and Rei reunite? This one was pretty fun, actually. I liked I liked that one because it really got into kind of the romance aspect of it again, and I don't know, I just thought that was fun with Lum and Rei. A man and his daughter open a new cafe in Tomobiki, which causes the school staff to get steamed in Here Comes the Barista of Youth, Shining Cafe of Dreams. That one was good too, actually. It really seemed like the blueprint for the characters of, the master of Cha-Cha-Maru in Meizan Ikoku, and his daughter in this one is running the cafe with him, but she reminds me a little bit of Akemi, sort of Akemi's role in that. So it's just so fun to see these influences that show up in her later works in this. Next one is Ataru meets a ghost girl who simply wants to go on a date with him before she goes to heaven in Darling, I Love Your Kindness. Actually, now that I remember this one was good too. So this DVD I think was really good. I think I liked it better than the last couple, even though there were, the last ones were good too. That one was really funny though, with, I don't know, it was just cute, like this girl fell in love with Ataru, and she like, I'm pretty sure this is the one she knits him, like, this stuff to wear, except, like, it's the middle of summer, like, it's cool. I liked that. And, everyone's favorite fox, or maybe just Shinobu's favorite, returns to Tomobiki in a magic bus in Return of the Pure-Hearted Fox. I love Shinobu. Which is fine. The fox episodes are kind of cute. So, there's that. And I managed to get into one more, here with 10 on the cover. This is the 41st volume of the show. Mr. Fujinami is hard at work along with Ryunosuke's much harder work. Allows him to open his beachside tea shop and a not-so-tourist-friendly area in I Love the Sea, the Saga of Hamajaya, which, that was fun. They opened this, it was fun because, like, it just ended up being one of those beach house episodes. I don't know, I guess not everything has a beach house episode, but it was a beach episode, and, like, all the girls were trying to recruit, people, I guess the guys too, to go to the beach house, and it was fun. Like, it was pretty cool. Let's see, Ryunosuke versus Ben 10, the Pointless Charm Contest. That one was, like, kinda so. Fire-breathing runt 10 points his magical bottle the wrong way for some shrinkingly fun effects. In Little Magic Bottle, What Will Happen to Me? That one was kind of fun. I guess, just the way that it turned out. Like, he basically ends up shrinking Lum, which was kind of fun. It was an interesting change of pace. And the students and faculty face off in an apocalyptic battle featuring a peppy robot in some disassembly required Lum's dangerous shopping, which I don't know. It seemed like a couple shopping themed episodes, so those were sort of fun too. Next up, I watched the Sakura Wars movie. You guys might remember that I watched a bunch of Sakura Wars last time, the OAVs, I think the second OAV series maybe. Anyway, I liked it a lot, so I wanted to watch this. And this, unfortunately, it basically falls into the trap that pretty much most anime movies fall into. It pretty much falls into all of them that it can. So, you know, as far as the movie goes, like, it introduces, you know, like a new character and a new villain. So, you know, you're basically not building on anything established in that respect. You know, the regular cast of characters is there. But it also it spends a lot of time just having these scenes where I'm just like, you know what, this isn't anything like the OEV was. I'm like, why are they focusing on this? You know, it's like going around this whole thing where some train is coming to doing, you know, changing tracks or something, and you know, and it's because of the spectacle. You know, they have a movie budget and they can spend more time on the animation, so they're like, oh, we want to do some cool shot in the scene where this stuff, and I, you know, sometimes that translates well, but it just usually isn't. It just, I don't know, I don't really get into it, so I just don't really think that it makes for, like, a compelling story, normally. So there was a whole bunch of that kind of stuff. So I guess it felt movie-like in that respect, but it didn't really add anything to it. So, you know, kind of as far as Sakura Wars goes, this is probably well, I guess it's my least favorite thing I've seen so far, because I've only seen that OAV series and this. It's not really to say this is bad in particular, it's just, you know, it's kind of typical. The ending I thought was pretty clever, though, because they ended it on stage, so they were doing a performance. And this really is heavily inspired by Takarazuka review. So it was kind of like, you know, seeing like a Takarazuka review performance as the climax of the story, where like they brought in the kind of the plot and the conflicts, or the internal conflict that they're resolving in the movie into the play, even to where the point like the characters are ad-libbing and stuff, and that was clever, actually. That was pretty cool. So I did enjoy that part of it, and you know, it was okay. I wouldn't say, you know, start with that if you're looking to get into Sakura Wars. It was it fell for a lot of the typical sort of movie trappings that anime movies tend to do. So the last thing that I watched here is another kind of 4-disc series here, which is El Hazard: The Alternative World, and I hadn't. I'd watched some El Hazard back in the day. I forget what it is. I think the first one might be Wanderers, or that might be the TV series. I don't really remember. This is another one of those things with multiple series, and it's a little hard to keep track, and I don't know if they're reboots or they continue from each other or what. But this does seem to be a continuation. It does seem to kind of pick up where events left off, and I think this might be the last series, so I'm kind of, you know, starting with the last one first, but I don't care, really. I mean, I'll watch stuff out of order. I know I've seen some of the earlier El Hazards anyway, because I was, you know, familiar with the characters. I remember how it starts, where I think, you know, this class and their teacher, like, I almost think they're digging, and they dig something up, and it transports them to a different world, and it's really funny, because one of the characters is just, like, he's just, you know, a student at their school, but he's just so megalomaniacal. He kind of just naturally, like, gravitates toward, like, becoming a villain in this you know, different world that they end up in. But, you know, this feels very Tenchi-ish. I think, you know, I don't know exactly the staff on this. You know, it's I don't know, Taromaki, Torumira. I just don't really follow like the names of the people working on this in particular, but it seems like, you know, that sort of AIC and Pioneer kind of group, and this, you know, this feels you know, like a different sort of Tenchi story, just sort of like a different universe, but similar kind of things, you know, almost a harem comedy, you know, similar kind of hijinks, just a lot of like goofy humor. But something about this, I almost think back in the day actually that I liked this less than Tenchi, because I think Tenchi is a little more slapstick and just a little more in your face. You know, this feels a little subtle, and I'm fine with that now. I just found this tremendously watchable. There are you know, four total. And I watched these all in just the past, well, I guess I watched one a night, so the past 4 nights. But it was really easy to watch, and just fun. You know, it wasn't over the top, it wasn't in your face. You know, I think the characters, some of the characters are a little larger than life, and some of the stuff is pretty goofy. There are these, I remember this from when I saw it previous. There's this character who's, couple of characters that are lesbians, and they just they play that up a little bit, a little much probably, but it's funny, and you know, but for the most part it's pretty, like, I don't know, like, it's just like these little dramatic moments, and just little kind of just subtle aspects of the characters, and even sort of the overarching story. You know, it's told in sort of a slow, deliberate fashion, and you know, I would say the part where this series suffered the most was, you know, near the end, when you start getting to the culmination of stuff. It does just start kind of having to go through the paces of, okay, here's some things we need to do, and exposition and stuff, because this is how we set up the story. And it, you know, I think one of the episodes just ended up, maybe 1 or 2 at the end, ended up being a little dry. But it was fine. I just enjoyed watching it. It was really, you know, like I said, easy to watch and just fun. So I definitely want to pick up the rest of El Hazard, and check this out. You know, just to see like kind of what I'd seen before again, and you know, what I hadn't seen. I think I'll really enjoy this series, kind of catching up on the whole thing. So that is what I watched. I hope this was enjoyable. Definitely going to be watching more anime. My backlog is coming along pretty well, but I do keep adding to it. So I think I'm down to having another 4 discs of some sort to watch before I can buy more. But I do end up kind of buying more and just adding on to that list as I go. So anyway, we'll be back with more anime and more video game related videos. So hope you'll join me again.